Discoveries have been made with screenshots released showing us a new trading company, FOXES, and so much more. Alrighty, kicking off with our first leak and arguably the most exciting one, this one is about FOXES. There's a website on the Xbox site which is helpful for content creators and marketing people, and it's called the Media Asset Library Archive. And after the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, this got updated with all the games that were shown. It's a ton of screenshots from the trailers or whatever gameplay they showed. However, there's one image under the Sea of Thieves area which wasn't shown in the trailer. Here is the image. Now in this image, before we move on to the Fox, you can see on the table there is a Tall Tale book. Whilst they could just be on a regular Tall Tale, perhaps we could be seeing one for captains or something like that. There's a wide range of pets around the room, and one particular pirate, the one to the far right, has a completely brand new outfit which looks quite nice. We also see the continued design for ornaments like the Meg, the Spyglass, the Wraith and the Kraken Eye. However, there is indeed a fox at the bottom of this image. Whilst this could, I suppose, technically be a dog, the pointed black ears, the design of the face, it looks like foxes are going to be coming to Sea of Thieves. Now with these image releases, we also get a stationary look in 4K at some of the things they showed in the trailer. So let's go ahead a few of those interesting ones, let's take a look. Kicking things off with the customizable captain's cabin, here's the one that we saw but briefly in the trailer. This one looks to be very Admiral themed, keeping on with Admiral cosmetics, and it seems what you can customize in the captain's cabin will be the carpets, the voyage table, the chair, the door somehow, that could be the hull, the drapes or curtains, whatever those are, and then potentially the chandelier. I believe that's a different design. If we look to the other image, the second captain's cabin design, we can see that they've also got the same base customizations, but they do have a different chandelier, so it seems that chandeliers are going to be part of this customization. Customizing a captain's cabin, making it feel more homely, is going to be super awesome. I really cannot wait for that. Nice little getting a 4K look at this. Let's look at some of the ornaments or the more finer details of customizing your captain's cabin, some of the shots that we got. Looking at this image here, we can see that there are a ton of trinkets, but they're almost like trophies. So perhaps we're going to get these, because they're all on plinths, perhaps we're going to get these when we do certain things in game, when we accomplish certain things, I don't know. And that painting there, another thing to pick up on is that painting is technically showed twice in game, in the trailer. But the image inside is completely different, so perhaps we're going to be able to pick our own image in that? That'd be pretty cool. The final thing to note with this image here is that there is some form of voyage store, I think it's safe to say. All of those are voyages right on the bottom right. And yeah, you can it has to be. I don't see what else it could be. I don't see why you'd want to decorate your ship with voyage stores. Looking towards the second image of customization, it's more or less the same as the first, just with different ornaments, so it's all pretty exciting there. Next, I want to move on to the Sovereigns real quick. This new company, we don't really know what they're going to be yet, but their new outpost building, whatever it is, looks sick. It looks like the best one we've seen. At the bottom, it's sort of like a gazebo, and then on the mid layer, it's got a pulley system, which in the trailer we're shown that it can be pulled down to get to the Sovereigns area, but I don't see why you wouldn't just take your loot on the dock, because it's been confirmed that they're new sell points. I don't know why that could be necessary, so interesting to see that. And then it also has some form of crow's nest as well. What interests me most isn't actually what the company are, well obviously that is interesting, but what all the three layers are going to be used for, because it obviously has some form of functionality. It's not just going to be a lookout or whatever. We do get a second image of the Sovereigns, which is just a different angle of the same one, and this one's a plunder outpost this time. Same sort of deal with a gazebo, and then two different layers. Next up, going back to the trailer and keeping in line with the Sovereigns, if we slow it right down to the part that they show us with the pulley system coming down and them selling loot with them, and I mean slow it right down, we can actually see a member of the Sovereigns. There we go, this is one of the new NPCs, and we can also see some of the trinkets similar to on the boat on display there. Next up is something that I've seen literally no one notice, and I want to see if you notice it. Here's the clip, and I want to see if you can guess what I'm about to say. Here we go.
You can name it just how you
So as I say, this is something not a lot of people seem to have gotten, but when I originally saw this clip I thought, oh, it's just been taken from the Legend of the Veil. And the fancy sparkles from the ship name are just the trailer, you know, special effects, whatever. But actually, this is not the Pirate Lord animation or where he stands for the Legend of the Veil. In fact, the Pirate Lord points towards the name and then the name on the ship appears. So this opens up a whole lot of possibilities. Essentially, becoming a captain is going to involve meeting the Pirate Lord, so perhaps there'll always be like a captaincy tutorial. He'll sort of walk you through the elements of captaincy, you know, you'll become a captain through that way. And this could also mean that the new captaincy voyages are similar to Tall Tales, similar to the Legend of the Veil, and very cinematic, because if they're prepared to have the Pirate Lord there for a tutorial for captaincy, the voyages they add will certainly be cinematic. All very interesting stuff. Let me know if you got it down in the comments below. On to the next leak. A few days ago, before the Xbox Game Showcase, there was an image they posted on Twitter. This image was asking, what do you see, what you think of when you first see this image? And it was a picture of the Ocean Crawler ship. Now this image got taken down extremely quickly, and here's why. Here's the image. Now originally, you know, this does look seemingly natural. However, if we zoom in, we can see by the mast there is some form of emissary table. It looks like the merchant emissary table if all of the cosmetics were taken away. No idea what this could be, but it's there and they removed it, so it's obviously something. Really interested about this. Who knows what it could be? Moving on to our final leak of the day, you may remember a while back, Sea of Thieves posted an image of a galleon. And on the crest of the galleon it said ship. If you're following my channel, I did a video on this. But something I didn't do a video on, which released just a couple days after, was this image here. Now on the rowboat, if we zoom in, you can see that it says boat on it. Now this could just be a nod, it could be just a bit of a joke because they made a mistake with the ship on the Platinum Jubilee, but I'm not so sure. What I think could be cool is that if you're a captain, when you dock your boat onto the back of the boat, that boat then gets encrusted with the name of your ship the second it's docked. That'd be really cool, so that if someone finds a rowboat in the world that you've detached, you can see what boat it was from. Very interesting, I really hope this is a thing. One final thing I did want to mention is that they did release an article on their website about captaincy. However, there's not too much in here, it's relatively short. They basically said it's been an announcement and it's coming. However, the one thing I do want to pick out is that they say that they're also celebrating a landmark of 30 million players, which is obviously a big achievement. And to do this, they're going to be having a Golden Glory weekend starting on June 17th, which is this coming Friday. It'll start at 10 AM BST and it'll last the entire weekend until Monday at 10 AM BST. So grind that thing if you haven't already, because it is an incredible grind, so make the most of it. Yeah, so not too much to go on with this article, but there's a couple little bits there. But anyways, that does bring us to the end of the video. If you want to view all this for yourself, there'll be all the sources down in the description below, and I encourage you to go check this out for yourself, and don't just take my word for it, go and see this for yourself. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like, it helps out a ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out. And if you want to go extra mile, you can become a channel member for just a small fee a month to earn loads of cool perks and rewards. If you want to see my full trailer analysis video, minus your thoughts on captaincy, there'll be a link in the top right now. But anyways, there's going to be a ton more news of captaincy coming soon, so keep an eye on the horizon for that. But apart from that, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.